Every morning, the day would greet me, not with warmth or energy, but with resistance. My eyes would open to a familiar ache, a stiffness that wrapped itself around my knees, my fingers, my hips. Sitting up in bed, I'd feel every joint as if it had been left out in the cold all night, the hinges of my body creaking and protesting every movement. My hands, once nimble, could barely close into a fist, and my knees felt like they were rusted shut. At first, I accepted it with a sigh. This is just aging, I'd tell myself. This is how it goes. But deep down, I wondered, was this really inevitable? Was I destined to wake every morning feeling older than the day before? Then, on a quiet morning like any other, I tried something different, something small. And in that moment, everything began to change. Welcome to Prime Life Health, where thriving, moving, and healing at any age isn't just a hope, it's a reality. If you're waking up in pain, if every step on the stairs makes you wince, if you're tired of just getting by, I want you to know. There's a gentle, simple shift you can make each morning. It might just be the turning point you've been searching for. Let me share why those first moments of the day are so challenging for your joints. It isn't just the years adding up. It's not simply wear and tear. What most people don't realize is that the stiffness you feel in the morning is often caused by something called inflammatory pooling. Here's what's happening. Overnight, your body is at rest. You're not moving, and that lack of movement causes blood flow to slow down. Inflammation, tiny bits of swelling inside your joints, settles in, much like dust in a room that hasn't been swept. That's why, come sunrise, your knees, hips, and fingers feel heavier, tighter, and more painful than they did the night before. But there's good news. This morning, discomfort isn't a sentence, it's a signal. And you can flush it out, often in less than 7 minutes, with the right approach. One morning, instead of leaping from bed and limping my way to the bathroom, I paused. I sat at the edge of my bed and took a breath before standing. And then I did 4 small things, simple movements you can do before your feet even touch the floor. I call it the wake-up flush. It's not complicated, it's not strenuous, and best of all, it's completely free. Within a week, my mornings were transformed. My joints felt younger. My pain, once so predictable, began to recede. Let me guide you through the wake-up flush routine. First, take a seat at the edge of your bed and begin with your toes. Scrunch them tightly, hold for 5 seconds, then release. Do this a few times for about 30 seconds. This isn't just a stretch, it activates the tiny muscles and nerves in your feet, waking them up gently and boosting blood flow right from the start. Next, move to your ankles. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and rotate it in a slow, controlled circle. 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. Then switch to the other foot. This motion helps break up that stagnant feeling and encourages fluid movement all the way up your legs. Now, focus on your knees. While still seated, slowly straighten one leg out in front of you, then bend it back. Alternate legs, moving at your own pace for about a minute. These gentle knee pumps lubricate the joints and ease the stiffness that settles in overnight. Finally, reach your arms overhead, stretching as far as feels comfortable. Twist gently to the left, then to the right, breathing deeply as you move. Spend a minute here, letting your breath and your movement signal to your body, we're starting the day now, it's time to move. Remember, this isn't a workout. It's a gentle reset. A way to tell your joints, you're safe, you're supported, let's ease into the day together. When I first tried this, I won't pretend the pain vanished immediately. The first day, my joints still ached, but I noticed a subtle shift. A little more warmth, a little more flexibility. By the third morning, I realized my fingers didn't hurt when I brushed my teeth. I could walk down the hallway to the kitchen without limping. I wasn't reaching for that second ibuprofen before breakfast. And by day 7, the biggest surprise came. I knelt down to tie my shoe, and it was so effortless, I didn't even realize what I'd done until after the fact. That hadn't happened in years. This wasn't a miracle. There was no overnight cure. It was blood flow. It was the power of consistency. It was the simple act of giving my joints what they needed. before asking them to bear my weight, to carry me through another day. Most of us, in our rush to get going, demand too much from our bodies too soon. We leap out of bed, push through the stiffness, and wonder why our joints protest. But what if you gave yourself just 5 minutes of kindness? What if those minutes, spent gently waking up your joints, could change the entire course of your day? If you live with arthritis, with stiff mornings, or with pain from old injuries, I invite you, try the wake-up flush tomorrow morning. Don't skip it, don't rush it. Sit at the edge of your bed, breathe deeply, move gently, let your body know it's time to begin, and see how it responds. You don't need to suffer in silence. You don't always need a prescription to feel better. Sometimes you just need a ritual, a moment that respects your body, honors its needs, and sets the tone for healing. At Prime Life Health, we believe that healing doesn't stop after 60. We believe in the power of small habits, practiced with care and consistency. If you're ready to feel better, to move with less pain, to reclaim your mornings, I invite you to stay with us on this journey. And if you're listening right now, take a moment to reflect. What's the one joint that gives you the most trouble? Share it with us. We're listening. You're not alone. Together we can heal, one gentle morning at a time.